Hi, I'm Val from Moda Furnishings, and I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the valve unit on your Moda gas fire pit table. So for demonstration purposes, we've got the complete set here away from the table. You will have to access the inside of the table where the gas bottle is to change the valve unit, but for demonstration purposes I'm going to show it you this way for now. First things first is safety, so we would remove the gas from the regulator and remove the gas cylinder from on the side of the table, and then open the ignition unit and remove the AAA battery that's in there for the ignition system and replace the cap. So when you look inside the table, this is how it will look to you from the inside of the table. You will see the gas flow from the bottle, which comes from the regulator, coming from the underside. The gas will pass through the valve and go to the top side of the table as you would see it from the outside where the flames are. And this gold wire at the back is called the thermocouple, and this is a safety feature so that should the flame be put out or extinguished, this sensor will tell the valve to close so that it's not expelling gas into the atmosphere. So this is a safety feature. So to replace the valve unit, which is this gold valve here, you would remove the connection from the top of the fire pit. So you will need an adjustable spanner. Again, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do this because it's hand tight. So you would just remove this gold nut from the top of the valve, which would still be attached to the underside of the table. You would also remove the supply from the bottom of the valve, which is where the gas bottle would connect to. And then you would undo the thermocouple from the back, again using an adjustable spanner, and then that would still be attached to the table. To remove the valve unit, you will first need to remove the gas flow knob from the front of the plate, and that simply pulls off. And then using a star head screwdriver, you would remove the two screws on the front of the plate, which will release the valve unit from the fascia plate. And then the valve unit will come off the front plate. So looking at the valve unit, when you replace it or you receive your replacement, it will come to you looking like this. And these are just dust caps to prevent any debris from going inside the valve. So you would remove the dust caps and reverse the process. So you would bring the valve unit back through the front fascia plate and reattach using the screws that you removed earlier. But one thing to note is there is directional arrows on the valve unit which indicate the gas flow, so you must get these the right way around or it will not work. So the arrow pointing up is for the gas coming in from the gas bottle, and the arrow pointing up on this side is going in to the top of the fire pit. So when you reconnect, you must get these the right way around. So you simply reattach the fascia plate to the valve unit using the retaining screws that we removed earlier. I would replace the gas knob once the two screws have been tightly fitted back to the fascia plate. And then if you turn to the side, you will see on the inside, you can see the directional arrows of which way the gas will flow. So this one being the top one going into the fire pit. Again, that's the end that you would see coming from the table. So I would highly recommend adding some PTFE tape to the edge of this, and then reconnecting the gold nut to the top of the valve. Once it's hand tight, I would then use the adjustable spanner to just tighten that a little bit more so it's completely tight. And then exactly the same with the gas coming in from the gas bottle. Reattach the gold nut, again with a little bit of PTFE tape, hand tight, and then finish off the tightening process with an adjustable spanner. And then I would reconnect the other end of the thermocouple. So the silver tip goes into the back of the valve unit, and this goes in hand tight again. So once it gets there, it only requires a couple of turns, and then just tighten that up and finish the process with the adjustable spanner again. And that's everything reconnected. What I would then do is reconnect the gas supply to the cylinder and pressure test the valve unit to make sure there are no leaks. If there is anything leaking, then you would undo the nut or the area where the leak is, apply some more PTFE tape and make sure the thread's not crossed, and reconnect and tighten up with an adjustable spanner. You then open the ignition unit, replace with your AAA battery, positive end facing outwards, apply the front cap to the ignition unit, ensuring that the black wire is attached to the back of the ignition box, and then test. So that's how to replace the valve unit on your Moda Furnishings gas fire pit table.